Good evening, brothers, sisters, and gender norm resistors. It's time to start a new it's time to start a new game and potentially a new series, depending on how much you guys like this, and that is the Shadowrun series, specifically the Hairbrained stuff, with me, your host, Ollamh. Welcome. Yeah, so, I don't know if YouTube's being accurate or not. They're telling me that it's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming, but I'm not getting any kind of failure notification on my streaming software. Which is, needless to say, is a little suspect as to whether or not it's, who's having the problems. I mean, like I said, it's not telling me that I've dropped any kind of, I haven't dropped any packets. I haven't dropped any frames whatsoever. So I don't know why it's just like completely just tanky. Or why they're telling me that it's tanking at least. I don't know if it really is or not. Yeah, my upload speeds aren't as good as they're supposed to be, but I mean, I'm still getting like 90 megabits per second upload speed, which is more than enough for what I'm trying to do. And hello there, pretty wolves. Welcome. So yeah, if you guys, hopefully it's not jittering, hopefully it's not causing any kind of problems. It shouldn't be. But now it is. Now every now and then, every so often it's like, yeah, it's really just kind of quirking out, which is weird. Try a few things here and see if maybe, I don't know the specifics of why it's deciding this. And like I said, it's not like my streaming software over here it hasn't said anything about dropping any kind of no drop frames. Bitrate's good, hardly using any CPU. So yeah, I don't know. Of course, it's still it's giving me that same error message back from from 9/11. So it's like it's not even up to date. That's really fucking weird. It's like, why? It's got to be something with YouTube. It has got to be something with YouTube. That's pretty much all there is to it. It's gotta be YouTube. It has gotta be YouTube that's having problems. Because like I said, I'm not dropping any frames. My bit rate's good. My CPU usage is solid. Everything's good. Yeah, memory usage is negligible. Everything's just... Yeah, that's the best I can think is that it's just, yeah, that it's like, it's gotta just be the platform itself is just being wonky and weird as per usual. Yeah, I mean, my memory, my CPU usage, I'm not even using a quarter of my CPU. I'm using maybe about a quarter of my GPU for everything here. It should be working fine, but I don't know. Anyway, yes, we're going to be getting into Shadowrun, Shadowrun Returns specifically. As usual, I'm going to be having the Epidemic sound music just to make sure that there aren't any problems with the with any music that they might have licensed for the game itself. So, with that said, let's just go ahead and jump on into it, shall we? Okay, there we go. Now we've got it going. So we're going to do a new game. Yes, we're going to do Dead Man's Switch. We'll keep it at a normal difficulty. Why not? We're going to play a male human. Before the Awakening, humans were the only race on Earth until the Awakening of 2012. Now they find themselves the definition of average or even normal. They are still the most populous race in the world and thus control many of the most powerful, moneyed, and important positions in society. All humans have a +3 to karma at the start, +3 karma at start. Max stats are yada yada yada. I always play human. I don't like the whole, I don't know what it is. I don't like doing the different races and stuff. Yeah, it's a fun game. It is a really fun game. So we're gonna do kind of like a grizzled redheaded Wolverine type. So, all right, let's go on with stats. Spending your karma. Yes, I know how to spend my karma, thank you. So, first things first is quickness and ranged combat. And rifles. I love me some rifles. Rifles and charisma. Those are my two biggest things, is being able to shoot well and being able to charm a motherfucker. I don't use magic. I don't really use magic. I don't use magic. We'll increase our body to 3 as well. Why not? We'll go ahead and get our ranged combat up so that we'll be ready to jump in on rifle number 3. We'll add one to dodge as well. Why not? And everything else, that's pretty much all we can do unless we're willing to put into biotech or decking or anything like that, which I'm not. I'm not even using knives or anything. I'm just using rifles and my wits or charisma or my charm or whatever. See, I did the same thing when we were doing when a friend of mine was running their Shadowrun tabletop. I pretty much had this exact same character. I love this build because most people are gonna look at it and they're gonna be like, "Oh, you're just a human. You don't even have any cybernetics. What good are you?" And it's like, "Oh no, I was the best shot of the party." Even people who used magic or had the different abilities that helped them out in different situations. It's like, "Oh no, my guy was like the sure shot of the team." Ollamh the Unready. That sounds about right. Down and out. Your apartment, 3 o'clock in the morning. It's got 4 walls, a roof, and isn't on fire. Even the cockroaches have fled in search of better accommodations. Not exactly a runner's dream pad, but right now, it's about all you have left. Running the shadows is all about feast or famine. One day you're Nova Hot, working jobs that allow you to eat at 5-star restaurants. The next, well, you're here. This one's a famine for the ages. Slagging fixer hasn't called, the money's run out, and then some. Sinless and free. Free to starve in the cracks of a society run by megacorps who just want your new yen. Something needs to change, and soon. Game autosave. Well, that's nice. Now, I do like this style, but I do kind of wish they had, like, I do kind of wish that they had started sooner with, like, how do I put it? The Baldur's Gate 3 style, where they kind of fill in around that with, like, like, there'd be, like, kind of like general empty apartments or, like, concrete walls or something around there. All right, let's look at what we've got here. We have a slip of paper with your bank balance, enough to cover you throughout the, what? Through the end of the week. So we've got to the end of the week. That's pretty good. Your notebook, calendar, contacts, and that kind of thing. All right, let's look at a contact list. Fixer, no response to messages. Dowd, runner, dead. Felton Nash, fixer, missing since February. New Larry, runner, dead. Sam Watts, runner, probably in a gutter somewhere. Sangoma, runner, dead. Halfjack, dealer, retired, or dead. So everybody's pretty much either retired, missing, or dead. Fantastic. Personal calendar, empty. Nothing to do. Fine, put down the notebook. Ooh, my vid phone rings, jarring you. Who's calling at 3 a.m.? What was that? Your computer, state of the art in 2050, broken since 2051. Yeah, that sounds about right. By the way, we should try and see, like, what are the... Okay, so all the volumes are up all the way that they can go. They're not exactly loud. The screen leaps to life, making you squint against its brightness. Oh, the light hurts us. It hurts us. The face on the screen is laughing. Sam Watts. Hey, buddy. Hope I didn't catch you at a bad time. He giggles. He's drunk again. Or worse. Where you been, Sam? I haven't heard from you in months. Another giggle. Oh, don't bother with your side of the conversation. I'm not really here. Just one reason for this vid. Someone finally geeked me. I'm dead. I probably had it coming. When you're an unsavory character like myself, you tend to associate with other unsavory characters who often partake in unsavory business. Like you, for example. I am not unsavory. I am very savory. Mostly because I'm made of meat. Without any implants. So I'm all meat, baby. So why am I dead? Who knows? Probably my fault. I wonder where you are right now. I bet you hit a big payday and you're living high in the hog somewhere. Some of us are born winners and some of us aren't. And some of us are me. Yeah, real high on the hog. I mean, when I'm talking to a dead man, I guess, even a shithole like this is still like living high. Hey, you remember that Renraku run when things went to hell and we lost Dowd? Or that makeshift saloon on the docks afterwards? I really had your back that night, didn't I? Dowd. That's a name you haven't heard in a long time. Except for when you read it in your notebook just a few minutes ago. Flashback time! Yay! 3 years ago, a makeshift bar in Seattle docks, the night Dowd went down. Sangoma? We're out in the open here. Ollamh the Unready. Our fixer owes us for the run, and for Dowd. We wait. Your call. New Larry. You've been running with New Larry for about 6 months now. He's a combat mage with a bad tattoo and a bad attitude. He knew Dowd almost as well as you did. Dowd? Never saw anyone die like that before. Idiot. I hate this fragging city. It's wet and the rain feels like acid. I want out of here. Most people in Seattle do kind of want out of there. Well, at least this version of Seattle. This version of Seattle, I should say. Shut your screamer about the rain. We lost a man tonight. Soka. Sorry. I'm just really ready to go home. Portland's way more my speed. I don't know, Ollamh. Sam is a good guy and can hold his own in a fight. But he's been hitting the bottle pretty good lately. Never on a run so far, but he needs watching. That run went sideways. That run went 9 ways to sideways, 9 ways to Sunday. Now the fixer is late. Smell funny to you? Hell yeah. It smells funny. Look at where he set the meeting. This was supposed to be a public place. I mean, it is technically a public place, just nobody's around, right? Cut the track, Sam. We both know why Dowd went down, and it wasn't the fixer or some other paranoid chip dream of yours. Well, I've been waiting for this all night. New Larry has something to say, don't you, Larry? Go ahead, spill it. You were sloppy. Sloppy. You think I was sloppy? You've been twitchy all day, son. Look at your hands, they're shaking. Is it true, Sam? Did you miss a beat back there? No, Ollamh, I didn't miss a beat. I was on my game the whole time. Remember, I was on point. New Larry was supposed to cover Dowd. Something dawns on him. He leans into New Larry, amused and dangerous. We were set up and he knows it, don't you, Larry? What was it that you call? What was that call you made before we hit Renraku? How come you couldn't geek that guy before he unloaded on Dowd? I've seen you fling a lightning bolt, son. He should have been burnt toast before his gun cleared the holster. New Larry checks his watch, licks his lips, looks over your shoulder at the darkness. He's looking for someone, and it's not the fixer. Okay, I can see where this is going. You chummers are damaged. I'm out. How much did they pay you to sell us out, Larry? Larry stops and smiles slowly, and a smile slowly appears on his face. Honestly, didn't take much. Just enough to get me back to Portland and set me up with a cushy corp job. I'm out of this racket. We've got incoming. New Larry relaxes and throws you a dreck-eating grin. Looks like my new friends are finally here. They're gonna take that hard drive off your corpse, buddy. We should choose our friends more carefully, Ollamh. Buy a drink after this? You'll owe me several. Yes, run, you little scared punk-ass fucker. Wait, why are you running back? Why did you run back? That's stupid. You run away and then you run back. Yeah, I know how to fight. I know these types of games, okay? All right, I'm going to come over here. And then New Larry. Ooh, yes. You are going to eat it, bitch. Right. You come up here, Sam. And again, you guys just want to unload on him. Like, kill the fucker. There we go. It's like, I don't really care. I mean, he's the magic user. Always geek the mage first. Always geek the mage first. Dear God. Wow. That was mildly entertaining. Wait, you guys are supposed to be security, right? You guys are supposed to be like tough and shit. Oh, now here comes the fun. They've got a shaman. Mage, shaman. Jesus Christ! That was a one-shot kill! Holy crap! Alright, this is a bad move. You never want to group. Oh, I have to reload anyway. Bet you he has to reload too. Yep. But he at least has a bead on. Ooh. This is one of the things that always irritated me with the group that I ran, the tabletop group that I ran with, is everybody always had this idea of group together. It's like, no, stay together. Everybody stay together in one tight group. And it's like, you guys do know that there are, that they sell, that in this game, they sell grenades, like, at the fucking corner market, right? And you have all sorts of mages and stuff that can use fireballs and acid and just splash damage. There we go. Bing bang boom, didn't lose a dude. And like, oh my God, we fucking moitorized them. That was kind of a badass battle, really. I mean, of course, it's one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, you have good gear, you have a good team and all that stuff. You're not running on your own or anything like that, at least not yet. You kiss some. That was a hell of a thing. Sam's breathing is heavy and he looks shaken. You don't look so good, Sam. You were born for this gig, Ollamh. Me? Not so much. I think I'm gonna hang it up. Find a nice brothel somewhere. Stay drunk till I croak. Why does he like... Why is his lower lip like off to the side? Like, What about you? I think I'll find a safe house out of town, lay low. Renraku has a long memory. I do too. I don't forget my friends. Yeah, you forget us until you croak, and then you're like, oh, hey, hi, remember me? Don't bother talking, I'm dead now. You stare at Sam's face at you calmly, shake off the memory. Focus. I had your back that night, didn't I? Now I'm asking myself, who would care if I die? Who would give a rat's ass? Better or worse, your name is at the top of the list. Maybe it's the only name on the list. I don't know if I don't know if I would necessarily say that we are that kind of good friends and stuff, honestly. But I mean, hey, let's rock it. So I set up a dead man switch that sends you this call. I got 100,000 New Yen insurance policy, payable when you find out who creased me. Live with a conviction or in a body bag with justification. Either works. Where did you get a life insurance policy? Contact my law firm, Rogers, Mingert, and McCain. When the job is done, they'll know what to do. Turns to Chet. The camera swivels to show a well-dressed man sitting next to Sam. Pursuant to Mr. Watts' wishes, Rogers, Mingert, and McCain has installed a secure dedicated phone line so you may contact us directly when the task is complete. We will then begin the verification process. Note that you must also be on a secure landline to access this number. We will not accept transmission from comlinks or other devices. How much did you pay for the actor? So, Ollamh, I've led a Drek life and probably left a Drek corpse. I've hurt people. Hurt myself. I don't know. Maybe I just want the last word. Maybe I just want someone to give a crap that I sucked air for a while. What do you say? Well, it doesn't matter what I say. I'll get to the bottom of this. Someone will pay. I hope you just said yes. Well, I don't have a choice. I'm flat fucking broke. So I got a job. You can get a job. Any job. Well, it's a job. That's about the best you can say about it. It's a job. I've got a locator chip slotted in my head these days. When my heart stops, it'll activate. That's how you'll find me. See you on the slab. Well, Seattle can't be any worse than I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Seattle's kind of... I mean, even real world Seattle's a little out there. Your plane hits the SeaTac tarmac with a jolt. Welcome to Seattle. The chilly northwest rain obscures your vision as you step out onto the tarmac. Before long, you're sitting in the cramped backseat of a cab. Why is it cramped? I mean, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Following the signal from Sam's locator chip to the heart of the Redmond Barrens. Oh, great. Organ grinders. A legit chop shop for body parts, whether from the living or the dead. If they're hurting bad enough for New Yen, this is the place to sell a limb or an organ. It's also a good place to dispose of an inconvenient body while making a little cash on the side. Aw, yeah. This franchise is the closest thing to the Barrows has to a morgue. It seems this is where Sam Watts' body ended up. You open the door and are assaulted by the smell of death and bleach. Oh yay! The common oh no, we'll cover the musty odor of death with bleach. I'm in the back. Okay. Employees only beyond this point. Well, he did say he was back here. The smell of death and decomposition washes over you, only slightly masked by the minty fake fresh of industrial grade antiseptic. That is just delicious. Dresden? Really? Hovering over the recently departed is a small dwarf. Is there any other kind of dwarf? Is there any other kind of dwarf than small? Dwarfs only come in one size. At least proper, true, genetic dwarfs do. He's whistling a tune. His broad grin says, I love my job. and a little more than you'd want or expect from someone in the chop shop trade. As you approach, he looks up with a lopsided grin. There's something kindly in his eyes, though it might just be a stray reflection of chrome and surgical tools. Sorry, didn't expect any visitors at this hour. And some asshole at corporate took my receptionist. What can I do for you, sir? Are you the coroner? I'm John Dresden, the organ grinders branch manager here. So yeah, that makes me the franchise area's coroner too. And you are? I'm Ollamh the Unready. I represent a man named Sam Watts, and I'm here to look into his murder. Interesting. A dead man makes for a strange client. But what makes you think he's here? Are you trying to bullshit me, sir? I will drop kick your short ass right through that fucking wall. I don't care. I'm not here to make nice with dwarves. Sam had a locator chip embedded in his skull. I followed it here. Want to get cute with me now? I see. Well, you're right. He's here. Not too many people know about the murder yet, though. The press haven't caught wind of it yet. What with it being all the way out in the Barrens. So, who told you he was dead? Again, locator chip in his skull. Sam's digital ghost. When his heart stopped, I got sent a recorded message asking me to bring his killer to justice. Guess he had a hunch. I ain't telling you about the 100,000 yen. I ain't telling nobody about the money. Not unless I gotta. The dwarf raises an eyebrow, a smile wiping the suspicion from his face. A dead man switch, huh? Fascinating. I was working on him earlier. He's over there. I love how everybody runs. Nobody walks. He's my second Emerald City Ripper victim. The third one was downtown. Ripper, huh? I guess the classics never go out of style. Hey, not my title. That's what the Seattle press insists on calling the killer. All I know is that the original Jack, like the original Jack, our Ripper knows how to handle a scalpel. But this one's even more twisted. He or she always removes an integral organ from the victim. Delicious! A trophy hunter. What was it? Watts' liver was cleanly cut out. His liver. I'm sorry, I knew the man. He was a drunk. He was a drug user. He was oftentimes blitzed out of his fucking gourd. Why would anyone take his liver? That'd be like somebody taking my liver or Sin's liver. They're not going to do you much good. They got a few years. They may still have a few years left in them, but, I mean, they're not in tip-top condition. What about our other lucky contestants? The first victim's heart was missing. And the third had his spleen removed. So it's never the same organ. Fair enough. I don't know. Yeah, diabetes is going to negate most organ transplants. So heart, liver, and spleen.
Preston, get out here.
Alright, I gotta go. I'm gonna check.
Let me hear about the Ripper.
I'm gonna check out the body. Sam's body's half covered by a sterile surgical sheet. His face is ashen white. That's a slight against Ashen. What'd he do? For the first time without a smirk on it. Below the chest, there's a small, pencil-thin incision covered in dried blood. Beyond that, the corpse is immaculate. It would seem that the killer knew exactly what they wanted from him and took it. Next to Sam are several plastic envelopes containing the evidence found on his body. You can examine the evidence through the bag without spoiling it. A handwritten note, you say. You can only see part of the note, given the torn off bits and blood stains. Sam, I feel terrible about the we have been long to say I'm sorry. See you there, love, Jessica. Okay. Business card. Moving things around, you can make out the business card of the Seamstresses Union. Oh, he did say he was going to find a brothel to hang out in. There's something handwritten on the back, but blood makes it illegible. Cred stick? This is a standard, cheap, unsecured cred stick. No way of knowing what's on it without slotting it. Slot it. You find the cred stick to your PDA and 300 new yen have been added to your account. Cool! It's Sam's shirt. Several of the buttons are missing and blood has thoroughly soaked it. The bag sloshes a bit in your hands. Ew! Ew, that is very, oh, what's over here? Basic med kit. Those come in handy. Those are very handy. And you are towering over the diminutive corner. Wow, they are really dicks. They are seriously dicks. Towering over the diminutive corner is a homicide detective right out of Central Casting. If you ignore the tusks, pointed ears, and Neanderthal brow, you can smell his cheap aftershave from a mile away. Right.
So this is the new Ripper Vic Watts? Name's familiar. Didn't his mother kill herself a while back?
So you're interested in this. So you're interested at the time. So you insisted at the time.
Come on, she offed herself. I had on very good authority.
What authority?
Now, let's go, Dresden. Give me something to work with here. The Ripper case is my ticket to a lieutenant's badge.
I've already pointed out everything I know. The killer stuns the targets with a combination of drugs and magic, then removes a single internal organ while they're still alive. The perpetrator is most likely right-handed with a slim hand that knows its way around the scalpel. He has a decent understanding of human and metahuman anatomy, too.
So I'm looking for a whacked-out surgeon?
Not necessarily. I don't know any surgeon who goes around using scalpels anymore. These days, it's all done with computer-controlled lasers, you know? I mean, we're in the future, for fuck's sake. Could be anyone from a military field surgeon to an antique medicine aficionado.
You're no damn help, dwarf!
Look at you, ugly. Lone Star Detective finally notices you. You note his superhuman powers of observation. Wow. The snark. Damn.
Who the hell are you?
I'm new in town. You the welcoming committee?
If you're new in town, then let me be the first to tell you that I run the show. If you get in my way, you'll end up back here on a slab.
Is that a personal threat? Because, I'm just going to tell you to go fuck yourself right now.
Looks back at the dwarf. Preston, get me more. I'm putting someone in that cell or a box this week, claiming my promotion.
Well, he's a pleasant one, isn't he? Do you always make friends that easily? I'm great at dinner parties, too. Be straight with me. You really gonna work for the dead man? I don't have much of a choice. Sam was there when I needed him. I'm gonna return the favor. Fascinating again. Detective McCloskey isn't interested in anything but Detective McCloskey. He'd convict his own mother if it meant another 10 new yen a week in his paycheck. Plus, he's on the take. You have honor, after a fashion, of course. But I try to honor the dead in my work, so we have that in common. What can I do to help you? On the take, who's paying to hold his leash? I don't know. But someone with some major pull has been looking out for McCluskey's career and his wallet, if you know what I mean. What did McCluskey say about Sam's mother? The official report is that she committed suicide about a year ago. And you don't buy that. My name's on the report, but my actual findings left some doubts, okay? I can't say that it wasn't suicide, but there were unusual bruises on her upper arm. And she didn't use her dominant hand to pull the trigger, if you know. I was told to drop it, so, I dropped it. What are the organs worth these days? A whole healthy body can be worth a bunch of new yen. That's not a number. But the individual organs, not worth as much anymore. Well, with all the synth and cyber stuff that's on the market these days. Organ grinders only deal in recently deceased. There's plenty of other chop shops that aren't as picky, though. And they don't care where the bodies come from either. Have you heard of the Seamstresses Union? I mean, seriously, come on. Seamstress is an old term for a prostitute. It's we'll mend your pants while you wait. Or, little things like, drop your pants here, we'll have you done in half an hour. Stuff like that, where it's like, oh yeah, we're going to the seamstress, wink, wink. Me? I'm not really the going out type. Sorry, I forgot the first line. It's a nearby club in the Barrens that attracts, lowlifes, okay? You'd probably like it. I'm sorry, are you saying I'm a lowlife? I mean, you're right, but you don't know me. Me? I'm not really the going out type. Always too much to be done around here. Plus, the dead are just easier to get along with. Alright, so who still uses scalpels? Doctors still learn how to use them in the first year of medical school, but as do coroners. Whoa, hey, you're a little scalpel happy there. But neither profession uses them much anymore. It's possible some of the similar chop shops still use scalpels. Or some of the slimier ones, sorry. The font is very annoying. I suppose I wouldn't know where to look. I just need to know one more thing. Where was Sam killed? Oh, I got some karma for that. Yay. You know, I might be able to do you one better. Why don't you poke around the body lockers in the back and see if you find anything, useful. Okay, then I'll go poke around dead bodies. By the way, I'm also taking some of your supplies. Ooh, a dock wagon basic trauma kit. The cold storage drawer is labeled John Doe, but the internal thermostat has it set to 21 degrees Celsius. Well, now that's pretty warm for that is pretty warm for being a cold body storage. The cold storage drawer opens to reveal the fully clothed body of a man, arms folded across his chest. In addition to sporting some of the brightest orange hair you've ever seen, the body seems to be in very good condition. Hello, Jake Armitage. Now this is the game's variation of a character that was introduced in, I think, in the book series first. The book series, it was Sam Werner. In this series, in the games and the tabletop stuff, it's Jake Armitage. It's a man with a cyber deck who is also a shaman, but magic and tech don't mix well in this world. The more cyberware you have, the less in touch with your magical side that you can be. It makes it less likely that you can be damaged by magical attacks, but it also makes it less likely that healing spells are going to have any effect on you. He is, in a lot of ways, kind of like the Shadowrun variation of Johnny Silverhand. He is a legendary runner that fucking everybody and their dog looks up to. Oh, hey, easy there, partner. Hi. In one quick move, he jumps down from the drawer and stands before you. For someone who just woke up in a morgue locker, he seems unfazed and pretty well put together. You spot the data jack drilled into his temple, and some shamanistic tattoos peeking above his collar. An interesting combination. I told John to wake me up at 6 in the morning. Is it 6 yet? It doesn't feel like 6 yet. What do I look like, a damn alarm clock? Hey, give me a break, chummer. I haven't had my soy calf yet. Well, so much for a good night's sleep. On the plus side, I noticed you haven't killed me yet, so that's good. If you aren't after me, then what's your story? Latest Ripper victim. Did you know him? Sam, eh? Glad somebody cares. We used to drink together every now and then. Over at the Union. Decent enough guy. Always in trouble over something or other, though. Jake yells at the other side of the room. John! Is this guy cool? Yeah, he's on the level. Working for Sam, believe it or not. Some sort of dead man switch. Thought you could help him out. Maybe even stop moping around the shop all day. Thanks for volunteering me. He pauses. Might be sizing you up, but it's hard to tell behind those shades. Alright then, the name's Jake, and you are? Nice to meet you, Jake. I'm Ollamh the Unready. Which sounds like the worst possible adventuring name available. And well-mannered, too. Such a rare thing in this city. Well, it sounds like you're taking a dive into the deep end here. John's right. I might be able to help you out. I was with Sam the other night. The other night during the murder. The other night, the night of the murder. Poor guy. He was hanging at the Seamstresses Union that night. Tripped out and rowdy. I'd been laying low there for a few days after a bad run. Mrs. Kubota asked me to throw Sam out, so I did. But out into the alley, some gangers got the jump on me. Damn. Maybe I need some soy after this. After all. Hey, Jack, could you grab me a cup? Get your own damn cup. My hands are dirty anyway. Now what's wrong with this intestine? You hear a loud squelching sound as Dresden continues his work. How can you think of coffee, even soy coffee, with that going on? Hey, thanks, John. You're a real pal. Anyway, there's a fat corp bounty on my head. Like I said, my last job didn't exactly go according to plan. They never do. They never do. Out in the alley, a few Halloweeners got the jump on us. Damn gangers thought they could turn a quick profit on my head. Jake smiles as you get the impression that he didn't work out too well for the gangers. Mostly because he's standing there in front of you. But that's neither here nor there. Sam stumbled off during the fight, though, and that's the last time I saw him. Till he turned up here, dead on arrival. Must be my last day in this place. I don't want to know. Wait, your last day here, and you ended up showing up dead on arrival? I have a lot of questions about that, sir. I mean, that doesn't make a lot of sense. You've done this before? It's a long story. I end up in the morgue more often than the average guy. The average guy usually winds up here maybe once or twice. Yeah, Jake here's a regular. Should have started a rewards card, Jake. A few more visits and you'd get a free night's stay. I'll hold you to that, John. Anyway, they found Sam's body less than a block away from the Union. Missing liver and all. Wait, if they... No, they didn't... See, the way he said it, it makes it sound like they found the body and the missing liver. Not that they found his body without his liver. That doesn't work in the English language, guys. Tell you what. You look like you can handle yourself in a fight. I could use some backup to settle score with those Halloweeners out there. Their leader got the whole gang searching the barrens for me. I need to get rid of that asshole. In return, I'll take you to the place Sam was murdered. It's not safe to hit the streets alone at night. Trust me. Maybe I'll throw in some decent supplies while we're at it. What do you say? I do like a bit of street justice now and then. All right, Jake, count me in. Great! I've been hiding out here ever since that run-in with the Halloweeners. Whiny bunch of gangers. But this stretch of the Barrens is their turf. Hell, I'm surprised you even made it into the morgue in one piece without packing some heat.
Very funny, Jake. You can sleep out in a dumpster tomorrow.
So, you need a weapon? I like to keep my distance. Got a rifle? AK-97. All right. You don't like library windows, do you? Never mind. Here's a rifle that you can borrow. It's not a library window, it's a book depository. It's where books are stored. It wasn't a fucking library. God. Am I the only one that cares about shit like that? So, ready for an evening out on the town? Well, if you're buying... Hey, I already said I'd provide the party favors. You can leave whenever you're ready. Well, then let's leave. That is one thing that I do like about these games, is while they do have action, they are very story driven. They are very story-driven, so there's a lot of dialogue and a lot of reading and stuff. I mean, the later ones in particular are just like, oh my god, they are like super heavy on the reading. But they do really develop the story like a good tabletop game should be. Yes, you're gonna get into fights, but fighting isn't everything. There's a lot of stuff in the background. Running the Seattle sprawl, and sooner or later you'll find yourself in the Redmond Barrens. It doesn't matter your business, the Baron doesn't like you. Take 1 part radioactive wasteland, 3 parts dog-eat-dog slum, add in a dash of tourist trap, and you got a recipe for mean as hell. You leave the sanitized death and formaldehyde of the organ grinders behind, entering the anarchy and desperation of the streets. Jake stops a moment to breathe deeply, filling his lungs with motorcycle exhaust, radioactive dust, cordite, and who knows what else. He exhales with an expression of wry contentment. The stench and grime tells him he's home. My stash is around the corner in the alley. There's a bus stop here. Oh no. Looking for a date, honey? Maybe later. Maybe later. We are trying to deal with something here. So this your stash? Hidden in the garbage-strewn alley is the high-tech safe with a mag-guard reader on the front. With the smooth hiss, the safe opens to reveal a collection of gear that perfectly matches your skills. You take the gear. Damn right it. Oh, hi, boys!
Hand over the loot, bozos. Yeah.
Wabash! Oi! You do realize... Fuck you! God damn! Well, there you go! Give me a good rifle and I can take anybody. Granted, it was like a short, a pretty extended burst at pretty much point-blank range. Welcome to the Barrens. Guess I need to find a new spot. To hide my gear. Good dead drops are hard to keep. Well, at least they're too dumb to break my maglock. Now that you got some gear, let's go deal with those Halloweeners. All right, let me just make sure that I have my have all my gear set up. Okay, yeah, good. Ooh, we can spend our karma. We have karma to spend. You know what? I'm actually gonna hold off on that. I'm gonna hold off on spending my karma for right now. All right. Hello, Mr. Worried Man. What are you worried about? Man before you appears well-mannered but nervous. Excuse me, sir. I don't know you, but you look like you can handle yourself in a fight. And we need some help. All right, what's your problem? Some thugs are shaking down the market we've set up here. I've been getting worse. It's been getting worse lately. I don't think we can afford to pay them anymore. But no one will stand up to them, and Lone Star isn't about to get involved. All right, where's the market? Just down the street, sir. Please. Our livelihoods depend on that market. Down this street? Hi, Sarah. Clothes may be dirty, but this woman is far from downtrodden. Hey, that's not my business, but I wouldn't go that way. Why? What's going on? Just some Halloweeners stirring up trouble again. They rode in this morning on fancy bikes, set up camp in the old street market. They've been marching up and down the streets all day, shaking down anyone who wanders past. Typical. Well, odds are those are the guys we're after. Thanks for the heads up. No sweat. Dwarf, do you have anything to say? I mean, they're okay. Oh, watch out for the gangers. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, I want to starting off. Ah, there we go. Hey, asswipes! Take another step forward, and we're gonna be and you're going to plant you right there. This is Halloween property now. This is one of the two that got away. If I hadn't missed my shot, these idiots would have given up and moved on by now. Wait a minute. You're rolling with Jake? Bad idea, chummer. The Halloweeners are collecting that bounty. Killing you? Well, that'll be a nice bonus. I'm sorry, is there mage? Are you a mage? You have to tell me if you're a mage. You are a mage. All right, double shot. Oh, wait a second. Aimed shot does 10 damage, 1 ammo, 3 cooldown, single target, increases accuracy by 15%. Boom! Oh, okay. Geek the mage first! Always geek the mage first. Mages are the worst. Bye. Jesus.
You're dead, Jake. Dead.
John Paul?
Oh, Uncle!
I was just playing with you. I'll call off the rest of the Halloweeners, Jake. Call it even, yeah? Ooh, what do you think? Should I leave it up to Jake, or should I push the motherfucker in the ground now? I mean, personally speaking, I think we should put him in the ground now. I think we should just put a bullet between all of his horns and be done with it. That's my opinion. I'm not one for letting him go, but I'll give you guys a chance to vote as far as, do we let him walk away, or do we let Jake decide, or we take him down ourselves? Oh, pretty wolves. Pretty wolves with the brutal into the ground. I like it. I'm kind of, yeah, all right, yeah. Pretty wolves in center, like, kill them. Just kill them. Their bags like you don't need second chances. Oh, Trek. Hey, you got a shot in. And you're dead. One shot, motherfucker. Ah, yes. All right. Did they leave any goodies behind? Anything? Any nice little treats? Now you were saying, sir, something about beware, or Sarah. Anything to? You were the one that fucking told us about this job, so, hey, you got anything to say? No? No? It's like, nah. Ooh. I'm sorry, are you guys shaking people down here, too? Hey, head thug! Yeah, you! The thug attempts to use his bulk and hideous breath to intimidate the shopkeeper. Wow, that is, That is very descriptive. The old woman is holding firm, but you can see the thug's patience is fading fast. He looks like he's about to start breaking things. Who the hell are you? I heard about you. Why don't you piss off? You ain't a Halloweener. Why don't you buzz off? Because I'm sick of gutter punks like you. Oh, I knew you were just looking to cause static. Dash, ice this guy. I'm sorry, are you calling on your buddy to try and take us down? Really? Wait, did she just scream out like a man? That's a little odd. Hi, how are you? Mrs. James. Mrs. James, what a nice name. Mrs. James, how are you? I cannot thank you enough. I hate to see such bloodshed, but those men would not take no for an answer. We simply want to make our way in the world. Of course you do. Everybody does. Everybody just wants to make their own way in the world. You shouldn't have to deal with assholes like this that are like, oh no, you gotta pay us protection money. Please. It's the least we can do. Keep it. You need more than I do. Okay. I was hoping that maybe I would get a little bit of extra karma out of it. But speaking of karma, we should have more than enough to increase our... Yes, we can increase our rifle one level. All right, so everybody should be good as far as Halloweeners, right? We done with the Halloweener stuff? Wait, no. Well, yeah, I guess we kind of do have to go this way, don't we? There were a few people to talk to, like, there's, This is the best place up. Party. See, you know, 10,000, you know, there's 100 seamstresses in that building and one needle. Bobby? Bobby. Yeah. Hey, Jama, you got some tasty morsels. I got some tasty morsels for you. Just what every well-dressed Shadowrunner should have in his back pocket. Let me see what you have. What do you have? Oh, you have Kim's. I'm not a Kim user. Sorry, I don't use Kim. Hello? The smell of fried food, powdered sugar, and highly burned soy calf is almost enough to overpower the dusty sewage stench of the Redmond streets. The troll working the stand is covered in blood and food stains. Sorry, food stains, not blood stains, food stains. Although I could see either at the Redmond Barrens. I'm just going to be honest with you. I could see either going at the Redmond Barrens. The troll is covered in food stains, older than he is. Wait, how does that work? What can I get you, Chama? Jelly donut and soy calf? I mean, there was a special little mark next to it, so it was like, ooh, that was something good. What can you tell me about the Barrens? Barrens? Hell, if you have to ask, you probably shouldn't be out here. This stretch we're on is called Touristville, though. And I suppose it's the closest thing around that we have around here to respectful. Fewer muggings. You might even survive drinking the water if you're lucky. I wouldn't recommend it, though. Now, behind me, that's the Seamstresses Union. You want drinks, drugs, favors, or information around here? The union's your spot. Hell, the place is the reason I'm in business. Folks get the munchies when they party. And Mrs. Kubota owns the joint. She's quality. A hard woman, but fair. Say, did you happen to see the killing across the way? Nope. I was close when it happened. But hey, it's the Barrens. A back alley killing's nothing new around here. The only reason the cops are making a big deal about this Ripper business is that some of the victims are real people. You know, folks with sins. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with Shadowrun, sin is it's what a society in I'm trying to remember what it is. It's a system identification number. Basically, that is their social security number. That is the number that means that you have a record. You are somebody. In order to use a certified credit chip, you have to have a sin. Our character is sinless, meaning that he has no system identification number. He doesn't, he is not part of the system. He is his own unique being. Meaning that, nobody's gonna give a shit if he lives or dies. Nobody's gonna take him seriously. He can't get an honest job because he doesn't have a sin. At least not a high-paying honest job. I'll see you around, buddy. So, there is a Salty? A dwarf merchant is packing up her stand for the night. Okay, it is Sally then. I'm guessing it's Sally. Although, dwarfs in general are salty. I'm closed. Come back tomorrow. You've got a great view of that alley across the street. I don't suppose you saw the murder that happened there. Sure. I was closing up when I heard a series of explosions from behind the unit. A couple of seconds later, this guy comes out of nowhere, runs across the street. Don't get a good look at him. Then all the lights in the alley exploded all of a sudden. Like, things got pretty quiet after that. Let me guess, you didn't go running over to see if the guy was okay. Hell no, around here, that's a good thing. That kind of thing gets you killed. Thank you for your time. No problem. All right, so there, ooh, yep, there's the alleyway. Hey, as you approach the scene of Sam, Jake spies the flashing red and blue lights up ahead. Oh, hold up a minute. Lone Star isn't above collecting on a corp-issued bounty, and the one on my head isn't going away anytime soon. Sorry, friend. I think this is where our paths diverge. Thanks again for the help with those Halloweeners. Here's your payment. They don't take new yen where I'm going, and you look like you could use the funds. Likewise, Jake. Give me a call when you're in the clear. Yeah, sure. He starts to leave, then tilts his head back. Hey, one more thing. When you're done checking out your pal's crime scene, pop into the Seamstresses Union just down the street. You need gear, information, and just a damn stiff drink. Or just a damn stiff drink. That's the place to be. Best dive in this side of Chicago. Which, wait a second, if I remember right, at this point in Chicago's like a nuclear wasteland in this part of everything. Because it was one of those, that was where the last of the nukes were ever used. And afterward, they were like completely locked away. Nobody was allowed to use nukes after that. I used that place as a base of operations for years back in the day. Make the right friends there, and I'm sure you'll get to the bottom of the Ripper business. Hey, I'm not trying to get to the bottom of the Ripper business. I'm trying to get to the bottom of Sam's business. Well, nice to know ya. Jake turns and disappears into the shadowy depths of the Redmond Barrens. I mean, he doesn't exactly disappear. I literally see him running off. Hello, William? I know people named William. Williams are good people. The bright yellow tape cuts through the darkness, directing your eyes to the white chalk outline, the dark and red stains marking the slab of pavement where Sam Watts died. Standing at the entrance to the alley is a Lone Star officer. The cop looks cold, hungry, and irritated at the homeless man who is currently pestering him. I keep telling you, I need to get my stuff from the alley. I'm gonna die of the cold tonight. And I keep trying to explain to you that this is an official Lone Star investigation. I can't let anyone in there. Hey, I got rights, you know. Look, you sinless garbage. I've got a job to do. Find a new blanket, or I'll have a reason to use my stun baton. And that pretty much just explains exactly how the police forces in the world of Shadowrun feel about people who do not have a system identification number. they're trash. They're garbage. They are just they are the worst of the worst. Typical. I hate all you pigs. Fucking little bitches. And look, buddy. Hey. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to William. The streets have not been kind to this man, but they've also hardened him. This man is clearly a survivor. The one wrestling with the onset of age and arthritis. You! I saw you over there with the rat bastard cop. What do you want? You know anything about the murder that took place here? You a copper? Or looking for some corp? I'm a freelancer. I just need some questions. Good. I never deal with cops and salarymen. I'd never tell those cops and salarymen nothing. What do you want to know? Did you see the murder? Nope. And I can't say I'm sorry I missed it. I was hauling crates for Mrs. James up at the market. Can't carry as many as I used to, of course, so it took a while. Got back here in time to see a couple of tourists puking all over my home turf. By then, the jack-face in the uniforms had already set up shop around my alley. Wait, was this your back alley? Because that sounds a little suggestive. So, it sounds like you live in this alley? Sure. For the last couple of months, I've been sleeping there. But I spend my days out doing odd jobs for the street merchants or panhandling tourists over near the Seamstresses Union. See anything else that night? Well, earlier in the night I saw a big and ugly troll with green hospital scrubs snooping around the block. He bought some donuts and 2 cups of soy calf off of Dan over there. He seemed real nervous. And he did everything with his left hand because his right was all screwed up with some cyberware. Really? Can you tell me more? Tell me more. Oh, sorry. Well, it was big. I think it must have had some hospital attachments because I saw some needles, It was a lot like one I saw back in 44 when I got captured by the elves. They did all sorts of experiments on me. Let me tell you, never trust one of them cyber people. Thanks, that's all I need to know. I'll see you around, huh? Yeah. You again. What do you want? Long night, huh? I thought you looked cold, man, so I picked up a donut and some soy calf for you. Hey, thanks! When my dad was a cop, this was back when cops actually worked for the government. He said folks would buy him coffee all the time. But I ain't seen it till now. So what can I do for you? Yeah, we always buy cops coffee because we want them to be bursting for a piss when we actually do something that they might chase us for. You ever try running when you gotta piss? It doesn't work well. I'm actually working for the dead man to help find a killer. The client is in the chalk line? That's messed up, man, but I respect it. Okay, but don't mess anything up. Not that anyone would likely notice because the forensics aren't coming back. Alright, so he's like, yo, go ahead and go on in. So, Whoa, no. Okay. What are you? Amidst the shards of glass or broken light, you notice a piece of glass with bottom. Oh, like a test tube. Here we have a coat and blanket that the old man was trying to get. I'm just gonna snag those. As you pick up the bundle of cloth, a printed receipt falls out from beneath the folds of the blanket. It's a bar tab receipt from the Seamstresses Union, dated 2 days ago at 3:02 a.m. Right around the corner is reported time of death. The customer, Sam Watts. The server's name is listed as Coyote. Work light, right. I actually have some work lights like that. Like LED work lights that are like waterproof so you can put them out in the rain and stuff like that. They're battery operated. Fucking amazing shit. All right, I think that's everything that we can do here. Thank you, sir. Oh, by the way, William. Hey, William. Hey there, youngin'. Hey, I think this coat and these blankets belong to you. My stuff! I had it decent of you. I don't see that kind of thing too often around here. You alright, mister? Say, can I get another soy calf for the... You know what? I'll take another one. Yeah, I will spend another 10 new yen on that. If I can give it to the homeless guy. Oh, come on, I can't get So now I have a donut and coffee that I really don't need. Bobby? Still not buying any drugs, dude. I'm not a druggie. So yes, let's head on in to pretty much the only thing left to do is go to the Seamstresses Union. I like how the synth pop, the dark era, the dark feel or the dark mood synth pop really just fits this. It fits like kind of like that 80s sci-fi type stuff. So, all right, the Seamstresses Union. Relative to the rest of the Baron, Touristville is a neon clothed oasis. At its heart is the Seamstresses Union, housed in an old brownstone building in the corner of illegal and opportunity. Bums huddle together, gangsters strut the streets, and the occasional salaryman comes slumming. The Union building has been retrofitted, rebuilt, and restored so many times that it is like an aging starlet wearing too much makeup in an attempt to stay young. The wild ivy growing out of the gutters adds to the effect. As you enter, the murmur of hushed conversation washes over you. The dive bar denizens raise their heads, take your measure, and then go back to their business. This is the kind of place where everyone knows your name, but keeps it to themselves. Alright, the game just auto-saved, and we just gained 2 more new yen, so let's take a look here. We have 6. We've got a 6. So, yeah, we're quickness 5, and then that would actually give us a Deadeye to hit 20%, a 20% to hit. Although our 2-hit rate is pretty good, so we're going to add some to, you know what? No, we're going to add 1, one to dodge, and 1 to charisma. Now, do we do corporate, security, gang, socialite, street, or academic? I think I'm going to go actually with security. Because the character that I had was like, he was a street runner, but he was also ex-military. So I think that's what we're going to do. I mean, not that we're going to, we're going to add another, we're going to add a new etiquette there, new etiquette there, new etiquette there. Because we're going to max out our fucking charisma, bitches. Oh, yeah. With that... Wait, did you not confirm that? Did I really just say, no, don't worry, don't bother confirming it. So security, confirm. There we go. All right. Now, with that being said, we are going to say, we're going to do a new one. Game saved right there. Cool, because that is where we're going to end for tonight. That just feels like a really good place to leave it for tonight. We have really gotten into it. We've really gotten an idea of where things are. See, same thing, Sen. My character on the tabletop was ex-military, didn't have any cybernetic implants, didn't have any magic abilities. Always kind of viewed this whole cybernetic implants and stuff as taking away of one's humanity. He wound up leaving the military or abandoning the military when his commanding officer told him to just absolutely obliterate a camp of orcs because he was like, why? They're just trying to live. You're a race. You are a specious motherfucker. I'm not going to follow that order, and just bolted. And then just kind of spent the rest of his life doing little shit like that. You are here, Gamers Grotto. Hello there. Everybody's been so quiet. Everybody has been so quiet. It's... I mean, I guess, I kind of guess that's one of those things where it's kind of like, I mean, it is kind of, there's a lot of story and stuff here. So it was, there's a lot of deep built-in story and stuff. But yeah, see, Sin for me, my character wasn't so much a drunk, but he was very much, I modeled him kind of after Hannibal Smith from the A-Team. So he was like, there's no reason not to do the right thing, even if it gets you in trouble. So do the right fucking thing. Like one of the things was after a run, we were trying to save this guy. He wound up having a bomb implanted in his skull that blew his head off. We made sure that his wife and his kid got out of town, that they got a job, that they were taking care of and stuff like that. And my character basically started pulling apart his gun, cleaning his gun, leaving one bullet sitting on the table while he was telling the kid that his father was dead, and that the person who killed his father was in the next room. And everybody's just, everybody that I was playing with was looking at me like, where is this going? Then my character reassembled the gun, put the one bullet in, loaded it, cocked it, gave it to the kid and said, look, you can go over there and you can kill that motherfucker right now, but it's not going to bring your dad back. Or you can go with your mother, you can get on the plane, you can try and make a living for yourself. So the choice is up to you. I'm not going to try and influence your choice. It's up to you. And the game master was like, the game master, the guy that was running the game, was like, what? And I'm like, oh yeah, my character is just kind of like that cocky ass, just like, hey, you want to kill this guy? You can go ahead and kill this guy. I'll give you the gun and the bullet. I don't think I have, no. I don't think I've ever even heard of Hell on Wheels. I will have to look that up. I will absolutely have to look that up. But I will say this is very much, we kind of started off with, a little bit shaky with YouTube and the usual bullshit of, oh, hey, you know, we're not necessarily, we don't know why there's, we don't really know why shit's going wrong. We don't know what's going on. But, yeah, we're, this may or may not be going through smoothly to everybody. But I will say, this one was particularly well received. Yeah, I mean, mostly concurrent viewers. We've had 4 or 5 concurrent viewers at any given time. Total views are 8, with about an hour of average watch time, which is really good for a live stream of, especially for a game like this. Like, Shadowrun, like I said, Shadowrun is very much about storytelling first and game later. It has, you know, you have plenty of choices, you have plenty of fights to get into, but yeah, it's more about story. And that's the way, honestly, that's the way that tabletop games should go. It's like, yes, you're going to be rolling dice to see if you accomplish something, or you're going to be rolling dice as far as combat, but that should never be the core of the game. The core of the game should be the story. With that said, I am going to head out for tonight. I want to finish up doing some 3D modeling with redoing the Boba Fett and the Din Djarin helmets. I'm remaking them because I've learned a lot of things that will make them look better, make particularly the cheek areas look so much better, make everything look so much better. I'm glad to hear that, Pretty Wolves. I really love the ones that are very deep in story and stuff like that. But yeah, so that is where we are going to end for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow, of course, with more Shadowrun Returns. As always, thank you guys very much for watching. Pretty Wolves, Sin, Gamers Grotto, all the lovely little lurkers, all the people who watch after the fact. If you liked the video, don't forget to press the like button. If you're new here, don't forget to press the subscribe button. If you want to keep up to date of when we go live, you can check the, you can ring the bell down below. But more importantly, I would say check out the social media links, the Facebook page and the Twitter. I always make sure to post when we go live. And the Discord server where we talk about all kinds of weird shit and stuff like that. And you can usually tell when I go live and stuff like, and everything like that there too. All of that so that you can stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions. Cheerio!